Hello everyone, it's Mike from PokePhenomenal, and today we're playing another Fire-Red Leaf Green Hardcore Nuzlocke. This time we're doing a challenge run using only flying type Pokemon. Because the flying type is a secondary type only, there's a good amount of variety in our available encounters, so it should make for a fun challenge. A list of our rule set will be included in the description, but I'll give a brief overview before we begin. We're playing on set mode. We can only get one encounter in each area of the game. We cannot heal in battle. We have to release any Pokemon that faints in battle, and our Pokemon cannot level higher than the level of the current boss trainer's ace. For this challenge run, we're only allowing the use of encounters who can obtain the flying type, and we can only use them if they are flying type under the current level cap. With all that said, let's get started and see if our team of aviators have what it takes to soar above the competition. Our journey begins by naming our character Ava, a little girl with her head in the clouds. We name our rival Amtrak, as we're destined to prove to everyone the inferiority of ground-based transportation. In Professor Oak's lab, we get our starter. Normally, we randomize our starter based on our trainer ID, but for this run we choose Charmander so we can use Charizard when we reach the appropriate level cap. But for now, we name our Charmander JFK and defeat Amtrak's Squirtle. After delivering Oak's parcel, we obtain our Pokeballs and can finally start getting our encounters. On Route 1 we catch Newark the Pidgey, on Route 22 we catch LaGuardia the Spearow, and on Route 2 we catch O'Hare the Caterpie. After evolving O'Hare into Metapod and then Butterfree, we head through Viridian Forest and make our way to Pewter City. Before we fight Brock, we decide to train up O'Hare until he's close to leveling up to level 15. Under our rule set, we can't use Pokemon in the current gym that are above the level of the gym leader's ace. However, we do allow ourselves to utilize a practice we appropriately refer to as level scumming, meaning we can train our Pokemon to the point that they can level up during the battles in the gym. This is a practice we've used in some of our runs, and there is an argument to be made for and against it, so let us know what you think in the comments. Once we get O'Hare close to leveling up, we're ready to fight Brock. During our fight with Brock, O'Hare defeats Geodude with Confusion, and gains enough experience to level up to level 15 and learn Sleep Powder. With that, we put Onix to sleep and use Confusion to defeat it, earning us the Boulder Badge. After defeating Brock, we head towards Mount Moon. We train our team up a bit, and Newark evolves into Pidgeotto. In Mount Moon, we catch LAX the Zubat. We go through Mount Moon and arrive in Vermilion City. As we prepare for our fight with Misty, LaGuardia evolves into Fearow. During our fight with Misty, O'Hare puts Staryu to sleep and we hit it with Confusion. The second Confusion isn't enough, so Misty heals it. O'Hare hits it with 2 more Confusions, but Staryu wakes up and goes for Recover. We put Staryu back to sleep and defeat it with a crit Confusion. Misty's Starmie outspeeds us and hits us with a Water Pulse, which confuses us. We do manage to put Starmie to sleep, and I decide to switch into LaGuardia. I debate between Peck and Fury Attack, and choose Fury Attack for the potentially higher damage. Starmie actually wakes up and hits us with Water Pulse, which naturally confuses us. We do hit Fury Attack through the confusion, but it only hits twice. I debate between switching LaGuardia out or staying in to do more damage. I decide to keep LaGuardia in. Starmie hits us with another Water Pulse, and LaGuardia snaps out of confusion and hits a Peck for some damage. I decide that it's not worth switching at this point, and that I need to sacrifice LaGuardia. Starmie goes for Swift, and somehow doesn't take us down, meaning LaGuardia can hit one final Peck. Starmie finishes off LaGuardia with a Water Pulse, so we send out O'Hare to finish the job. Starmie hits another Water Pulse and, you guessed it, confuses us once again. O'Hare breaks through the confusion and puts Starmie to sleep. I then switch into Newark and take Starmie out with 2 Quick Attacks, earning us the Cascade Badge. While the loss of LaGuardia is unfortunate, our dreams aren't grounded just yet. We immediately catch another Spearow on Route 4, and aptly name her LaGuardia 2. Now it's time to fight Amtrak on the Nugget Bridge. This fight is largely uneventful given how powerful Fearow is at this point in the game. We then make our way through the Nugget Bridge, help out Bill, and get the SS Hand ticket. LAX evolves into Golbat. We then head down Route 5 and Route 6 to Vermilion City. In Vermilion City, we get the Old Rod from the fisherman and fish for a Magikarp in the harbor. While it may seem cheeky to use a Gyarados in a flying type run, this is one of the few monotype challenges where we have access to several encounter typings. Besides, it's just kinda hard to say no to a Gyarados. We catch Atlanta the Magikarp and immediately evolve him into Gyarados. After boarding the SS Anne, we're forced to battle Amtrak in this weirdly neutral setting. He sends out his Pidgeotto and we start with LAX. He hits us with a crit Quick Attack, but we respond with a powerful Wing Attack. He hits us with another crit Quick Attack, but we take it out with Wing Attack. He then sends out his Kadabra. Unsure whether he'll outspeed me, I decide to switch into Newark. We hit him with Quick Attack. He hits us with another Confusion, but we finish it with another Quick Attack. He then sends out his Raticate. I switch into LaGuardia 2 and tank a Hyper Fang. We hit it with a strong Peck, and he hits us with another Hyper Fang. We then finish it off with another Peck. Finally, he sends out his Wartortle. I switch into Atlanta and hit it with a bite. Wartortle tanks a few bites, but we actually cause 2 flinches and finally take him out. After departing the SS Anne with Cut, we're ready to take on Lieutenant Serge, who is definitely the scariest opponent in this run. In preparation for this fight, I teach LaGuardia to Attract because it might come in handy during the battle. With nothing more to do, it's time for the fight. O'Hare tanks a Shockwave before putting Voltorb to sleep. We hit it with 2 confusions before Serge heals up. After 3 more confusions, we take Voltorb down. We then put his Pikachu to sleep, but it doesn't last long because Serge uses a full heal. We hit it with 2 confusions and take it out. Finally, his Raichu comes out. We go for Sleep Powder, but it outspeeds us. A Shockwave finishes off O'Hare. We then send out LaGuardia 2 and go for Attract. We then hit Raichu with a Fury Attack, which triggers his static ability and paralyzes us. After losing a turn to paralysis, Raichu breaks through the attraction and gets off a double team. We try to hit Fury Attack, but it misses. On the next turn, Raichu is back in love, and we hit 4 Fury Attacks to finish it off, earning us the Thunder Badge. While it is tragic to lose O'Hare here, that fight could have been a lot scarier. LaGuardia 2's Attract definitely kept this run alive. We then make our way towards Rock Tunnel. On the way there, we pick up the Aerial Ace TM. After going through Rock Tunnel, we head to Celadon City. We get coins at the game corner in order to purchase a Dratini and name him Philly. While we won't be able to use him for a while, it'll be nice to use a Dragonite in a challenge run. We also head to Route 16 to catch United the Doduo and get the Fly HM. After leveling everyone up, we're ready to fight Erica, who isn't much of a challenge as LaGuardia 2 sweeps her team with Fly, earning us the Rainbow Badge. After defeating Erica, we level our team up a bit to deal with the Rocket Hideout, and United evolves into Dodrio. After beating Giovanni, we level up some more. JFK finally evolves into Charizard, and Newark evolves into Pidgeot. We also head back to Pewter City to pick up the Old Amber. Once we reach Cinnabar Island, we'll be able to get an Aerodactyl, which will become a great addition to our team. We then make our way to the Pokemon Tower to face Amtrak, where Newark takes down his entire team. After rescuing Mr. Fuji, we get the Pokeflute and can proceed down the cycling road to Fuchsia City. While there, we head into the Safari Zone to get the Steel Wing TM. We then level everyone up to face Koga and teach United Aerial Ace. During our fight with Koga, we lead with JFK against his coughing and take it down with a flamethrower. He then sends out his Muck. We hit it with a flamethrower, but it doesn't even take it down to half. Muck minimizes and we hit it with another flamethrower. Muck survives and hits us with Sludge. Koga heals Muck as we hit it with another flamethrower. We hit it with Flamethrower again, and Muck hits us with another Sludge and poisons us. But we came prepared as JFK's Pecha Berry removes the poison. Koga heals Muck again, and our attack misses. I then switch into United so we can hit through his minimizes with Aerial Ace and finally take it down. He then sends out his second coughing, which survives a Tri-Attack and poisons United with Toxic. We finish it off with Aerial Ace. He finally sends out his Wheezing, and I switch into Atlanta. It hits us with Sludge, and we hit it with Strength. He then misses a Toxic. I switch to Dragon Rage, which does a bit more. He then poisons us with Toxic. We finish it off with Dragon Rage, earning us the Soul Badge. After beating Koga, we head to Saffron City to deal with Team Rocket and Silphco. But first, we have to face Amtrak yet again. We lead with United against his Pidgeot. It tanks a Tri-Attack and lowers our attack with Feather Dance. We beat it with another Tri-Attack. He then sends out his Growlithe, which lowers our attack yet again. I decide to switch into Atlanta, and he gets hit with Flame Wheel, which then burns us. We then take out the Growlithe with Surf. He then sends out Execute, which prompts us to switch into LaGuardia 2. We get hit with Leaf Seed, but then take it out with Drill Peck. He then sends out his Alakazam. We're faster and are able to take it out with Drill Peck. Finally, he sends out Blastoise. We hit it with Attract, but continue to have our health sapped by Leech Seed. We take even more damage after Blastoise uses Protect. I decide to switch into LAX and hit Blastoise with Confuse Ray. After a back and forth between Protect and Confuse Ray, we take it down with Wing Attack. After defeating Team Rocket and leveling up a bit, we're able to face Sabrina. While she can be a scary fight, United takes out her entire team, earning us the Marsh Badge. After beating Sabrina, we use Surf to head down to Cinnabar Island. Here we go into the Pokemon Lab in order to resurrect our Aerodactyl. We name him American and put him in the box for now. We then go into the Pokemon Mansion and get the secret key. With that, we level up and get ready to face Blaine. Blaine's fight usually isn't a problem as long as you have a decent water type, meaning we use Surf with Atlanta until we take down his team, earning us the Volcano Badge. After defeating Blaine and leveling up, we head back to Vermilion City to take on Giovanni in the final gym. Like with Blaine, we sweep with Atlanta, earning us the Earth Badge. With all 8 badges, we're able to make our way through Victory Road. Before we get there, we have our penultimate battle with Amtrak on Route 22. This fight is largely trivialized due to our final level cap. We then proceed through Victory Road and pick up the Dragonclaw TM along the way. Once we make it through Victory Road, we arrive at the Pokemon League and are ready to face the Elite Four. With the final level cap, we're able to level up and evolve Philly into Dragonair and then Dragonite. Our final team consists of JFK, LaGuardia 2, United, Atlanta, American, and Philly. Will our team land safely on the other side as champions, or will we hit some turbulence along the way? First up is Lorelei, who is a tough opponent for our team to overcome. We start with Atlanta against her Dugong. Borrowing a strategy from Andrew's playbook, we set up Dragon Dances in the hopes that Atlanta can sweep her team. We're able to set up 4 Dragon Dances and take the Dugong out with Strength. She then sends out Cloyster. It survives the Strength and sets up Hail. She heals and we hit it with another Strength. It survives, but we take it out with another Strength. She then sends out Slowbro. We both take some chip damage from Hail, which does enough to let us take it out with Strength. She then sends out Jinx, and I switch into JFK. Jinx uses Attract, which immobilizes JFK, but after she misses the Lovely Kiss, we're able to take it down with a Flamethrower. Finally, she sends out Lapras. We do decent damage with Flamethrower, but it hits us with Confuse Ray, so I switch into Philly. Philly tanks a Surf, and we take it down with a Thunderbolt. While it was risky to switch into Philly against an Ice type, it was our best call. Next up is Bruno, who should be even more of a joke than usual with our current team. We start off with Atlanta against his Onix. Because Onix is we're able to set up 3 Dragon Dances while tanking several Rock Tombs and finally take it out with Surf. He then sends out his Hitmonchan, and we take it out with a Strength. He then sends out Machamp, which we take down with a crit Strength. Next is Hitmonlee, which we defeat with Strength. Finally, we beat his second Onix with Surf. We then face Agatha, who can be a tricky opponent. We lead with LaGuardia 2 against her Gengar. We hit it with Drill Peck, but it survives and gets off a double team. She then heals it, but we're able to take it down with 2 Drill Pecks. She then sends out Golbat. We hit it with Drill Peck, and it hits us with a weak Air Cutter, so we take it down with another Drill Peck. She then sends out her Arbok, which lowers our attack. We do decent damage with Drill Peck, but it hits us with Sludge Bomb. We hit it with another Drill Peck, and it hits us with another Sludge Bomb. I then switch into American, and avoid an Iron Tail and take it down with an Earthquake. She then sends out Haunter, and it survives an Ancient Power. It then puts us to sleep. I keep American in as she heals Haunter and uses Curse on us. I then switch into United. It uses Mean Look, and we take it down with an Aerial Ace. Finally, she sends out her second Gengar. We hit it hard with Aerial Ace, but it then puts us to sleep and uses Nightmare. After taking damage from Nightmare and Sludge Bomb, I switch into JFK. He tanks a Sludge Bomb, and we defeat it with a Flamethrower. Finally, we have to face Lance. Without Ice Beam, Lance is scary, but we have our full team, so we should be able to win. We start with Philly against his Gyarados, and take it down with a Thunderbolt. He then sends out Dragonair, and we defeat it with Dragon Claw. He sends out his second Dragonair, and we defeat it with another Dragon Claw. He then sends out his Dragonite. It survives the Dragon Claw, and takes out Philly with a crit Outrage. It sucks losing a Dragonite, especially against Lance's Dragonite, but what can you do? We then switch into American, and take it down with Ancient Power. Finally, he sends out his Aerodactyl. It survives an Ancient Power, but the loss of Philly awakens a deep anger within American as he gets the Omniboost. Lance heals, but it's all in vain. American takes it down with a crit Ancient Power and gets the second Omniboost, clearly taking inspiration from the battle between Son Gohan and Perfect Cell. With the Elite Four defeated, we've seemingly proved the strength and aerial superiority. However, we still have to face the champion, Amtrak, in one final battle to prove which mode of transportation is the best. We start with United against his Pidgeot. We hit it with a strong Tri-Attack and get the burn. It hits us with Sand Attack, but it means nothing as we take it down with Aerial Ace. He then sends out his Rhydon. We stay in and hit with Steel Wing for good damage. It then takes down United with a crit Rock Tomb. I then switch into Atlanta and finish it with Surf. He then sends out Alakazam and sets up a Reflect. We hit it with Strength and it hits us with Psychic. We hit it with another Strength as it sets up a Future Sight. We take it down with another Strength. He then sends out Executor. We go for Strength, but it does very little and sets up Light Screen. We go for another Strength, and it puts us to sleep, and we take the Future Sight. I decide to stay in, hoping Atlanta will wake up, but he's taken down. I then switch into JFK. It survives the Flamethrower thanks to Light Screen, and puts us to sleep again. He then heals as we're still asleep. After taking some damage, JFK wakes up, and we take it down with the crit Flamethrower. He then sends out Blastoise. I go for Fly to see how much it will do, and actually get a crit. Unfortunately, he hits us with Hydro Pump and takes us out. I send out LaGuardia 2 and use Attract. He hits through the Attract with a Hydro Pump for good damage. I then go for Drill Peck. He heals and I continue to hit it with Drill Peck. He hits through Attract again and takes us down with Hydro Pump. Finally, I send out American and take it down with Earthquake. He sends out his Arcanine and lowers our attack. I go for Ancient Power, hoping for the Omni boost, and do decent damage, and he hits us with a weak Flamethrower. I go for Ancient Power again, as he hits us with Flamethrower. He then heals, and I hit it with another Ancient Power. I hit it with Ancient Power again, and he hits us with Flamethrower. He heals again, and I hit it with a final Ancient Power. I then go for Rock Slide, and it barely survives. It hits us with Flamethrower, and gets us down to 32 HP. Just as Gohan unleashed everything in his Kamehameha clash with Cell, we unleash everything and hit it with Earthquake to take it down. That last battle was a real nail-biter, but we were able to pull it off and beat the Nuzlocke. Let us know what you think in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to give it a like. We hope you'll subscribe and check out our other videos as we continue to upload more challenge runs, discussions, rankings, and more. Keep soaring for greater heights, and as always, stay phenomenal.